We are back after a fucking 17-minute slap in the face. Yeah.
Did we actually do the full thing, the full
Yes,
17
I
minutes? I feel
played.
like that flew
Yeah,
by.
it was pretty much 17 minutes.
Yeah, that was exactly 17 minutes. Shy by 4 seconds. In Our Blood on Clearing the Path to Ascend by YOB. Emilio, this was your pick for this week. Tell us a little bit about Clearing the Path to Ascend.
All right. Yep. This is a record by YOB. I think they're from Washington. I forget where they're from, but they've been around for a while now. I think they're going on, probably like maybe going on like their 20 years. And they've really they've made a name for themselves when it comes to this genre and kind of fans of doom metal and post metal. For tying in, kind of elements of psychedelic rock and prog, and combining that with doom. And this record is no exception to that. This was actually released September 4th, 6 years ago. So we're kind of coming up on, or we just celebrated that 6-year anniversary. And it comes in at about a little over an hour. I think the whole record is an hour and 2 minutes.
Yes.
And it's only 4 tracks. So it's only 4 tracks. That should tell you. And we just listened to a fucking 17-minute song. So, that should tell you about what this band is all about. Yeah, I mean, I think this was. This is probably like one of the records that helped them to like make a bit of a name for themselves. Like I think this record in particular helped them blow up a bit. And they started working with Relapse Records. I don't know if that was on this particular record, but they did a re-release of The Great Cessation and their most recent album, Our Raw Heart, through Relapse. So I definitely think this record in particular, Clearing the Path to Ascend, helped them to blow up a bit. But yeah, just to kind of go around, what are your thoughts, Jay?
This is the record to listen to from this band. I think this is a good. It was made in 2014. This isn't. To me, this isn't their best record. But if I was going to show YOB to somebody, and I think it's important to always kind of, when you want to show somebody a band, have a record in mind. I think this is the record. It's also a really good introduction into that other side of doom, where it's layered with guitar riffs and noise. And the main guy in this band, what is his name?
Mike Sheed.
Yeah.
Right.
He's a phenomenal guitar player, and his vocals are fucking insane. They're extremely unique. Nobody sounds like this guy. You know exactly by his vocals what band it is and who's singing. You know what I mean? And everything that he has come out with, they're a trio at the moment. Everything that YOB has released has been fucking stellar. I love this record. It's a really important record. You showed me this record a long time ago, and it was like just an instant classic with me. It's evil.
Yeah.
It's dark. And it has, and I know Adam can probably agree with me on this. It has those like long section leads that it's almost like an alarm going off where they just repeat themselves over and over again, and it gets more intense every time. It's like a weight being built. And I'm a big fan of moments like that in music, and they do it on almost every track here. The track that we just played is one of my favorite tracks. It is the opener, but because the songs are so long, you kind of have to think of them as like mini EPs, basically. Like every song's almost 20 minutes, besides one track that's 10 minutes. So you're getting like these giant pieces of music that you have to digest. And yeah, I fucking love everything this band does, man. Adam, how'd you feel about this record?
Thought it was a piece of shit. No. I was talking to Emilio during the break while we were listening to this, Emilio and Tay, and I think God, it was like right when I moved up to West Palm Beach. Emilio was really telling me to listen to this band. We were driving to the amp shop to get one of his amps repaired, and he made me listen to a song, and I was kind of like, great, here comes another doom band. But one of the things that I really like about this show and being a part of it is that I kind of get forced out of my comfort zone, and I get forced to listen to stuff that and this record, this really clicked with me. It has these really ambient, ethereal moments, like a lot of phaser, clean guitars, delays, samples. Like, it's not just another Doom record. It's different. It also though opened my eyes to like there are certain like tropes of Doom that maybe I didn't pay attention to before listening to this. You know, like I've only dipped my toes in. I haven't like gone off the deep end for Doom records, but it opened my eyes to like the idea that there are certain things that you maybe should do on a Doom record. Like maybe you're playing like a really heavy riff based on a couple chords, and your transition is like 4 or 5 chords in quick succession. And I kind of thought that like to like tie it into you guys, I kind of thought that was like an Iron Buddha thing, and it was just like what you guys did, but it's more it's deeper than that. It's like that's what this music is. So I loved it. And to just like jump on what you were saying, Jay, like definitely there are certain moments where like the riff repeats, but that's also a big part of it, isn't it? Like riff worship, and
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be thick and heavy and low in order to be a riff. It could be this like alarm blast for like 5 minutes.
It's it is that's like a main trope in Doom is riff worship, but this is just like you said, this is not typical Doom. This is kind of like can show you what Doom can be and where it can go, the little paths that'll take you. I wouldn't say they're like 100% a Doom metal band, but they're like a modern Doom band, I guess you could say. Like they have so much going on with their tracks, and they're low and slow, and the guitar playing, just like you said, there's moments where he'll cut the fucking distortion off, and now we're listening to this depressing clean guitar section, you know. And I fucking love stuff like that. I love the breather moments where we're getting a second to breathe here before we just get slapped in the face with the wall of sound. And my favorite part of YOB is the vocals. Honestly, they're so fucking unique, and they act as a lead melodically, you know.
Yeah, I said this to
agree.
Emilio. I called him just to talk about some of these records as we were listening through them this week, and I going into this record, I was like expecting just that like guttural scream. Not necessarily like the pig scream, but you know, like guttural kind of stuff. And I didn't get that at all for the most part. I was pleasantly surprised. And I think what this record in general really taught me is when my buddy Emilio recommends a record, I need to really like take it to heart and listen to it, because you know, sometimes you like some good shit.
Yeah, you know, he Emilio, he's one of my like tastemakers, I guess you could say. He'll like send me a track usually like if Emilio sends me a record, like I'll get to it, but if he sends me a fucking track, like I'll listen to that shit. With YOB, I think it was like early Buddha stuff. I don't know if we were playing shows yet, but I remember he showed it to me, and at the time I was listening to just like the classic Doom shit, where I kind of felt like Doom was almost like cultish in a way, like everything about it. So I was listening to like Electric Wizard and shit like that. And
you know what's funny is like what I remember from when Buddha started is like Emilio would come into CD Connection. I don't know if you've ever heard of CD Connection, but it was like a little head shop where I worked.
Wow.
And
What is
Emilio
that?
would come in because his girlfriend at the time, I would throw paper receipts at her.
Nice.
And he would like, instead of talking to her, he would talk to me about music and amps and shit. And he would always be like, you should check this out. You should check that out. I lost my train of thought.
Well, okay. Well,
What
listen.
what ended up happening was you bought CD Connection, so that's the end of my story. I'm drunk.
So,
That's good. That's what we like to hear.
would you, Amelia? I'm going to shoot this to you. Would you say
Okay.
that, in a way, this can be categorized as progressive?
Yeah, I mean, his guitar playing is kind of weird. Like he's and I've seen a video on it, and it's a cool video. It's worth checking out. I forget the exact name of it on YouTube, but if you just search up the guy's name, Mike Sheed, it'll come up. But he kind of talks about how he learned to play guitar and like kind of how he was first starting out. And like he has progressive elements to his playing because like the movements he's doing are really weird. Like he's riffing, and he's repeating those riffs a lot. But when he plays leads and kind of layers his guitar, he makes some really cool sounds. So in a way, like I think that the movements are progressive. Like you're kind of constantly building and then halting and like calming down to come back up to another build. But usually, like the second time they come to a build, it's very sudden. Like in this track we just listened to, the song starts with I forget who he is. It's like a philosopher, but he goes, "Time to wake up," and then the song kind of. Okay, yes, it's Alan Watts, who like he seems cool as fuck.
Honestly, just like sidetrack you a little bit. If you ever have time to just watch and listen to Philosophy, he's the one to listen to. I feel like maybe I'm wrong in this, but he was the first Western guy to really make Eastern philosophy digestible for your average like Western low attention span audience. He's fucking incredible.
Yeah, so I don't know, like thank you for Alan Watts because I couldn't remember his name, but so like the song starts with him saying "time to wake up," and then it's kind of this like he's working with like a phaser and the guitar is kind of quiet, and then it slowly builds up, but then the next time the guy's like "time to wake up," like it goes into that fucking like heavy riff and it hits you like a balls to the wall.
It just makes you want to go
riff.
Yeah.
So in a way, yes, Jay, to answer your question, I know it took 10 minutes to answer your question.
Okay.
It's kind of progressive, but like, I don't know, the type of Doom here, man, like what YOB has going for them is their Doom is really meditative.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think there's a lot of that like philosophy in the riff writing, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's riff worship. In its own form, basically, it's a little bit more experimental, and I think like they fucking pull it off so well, and nothing ever really feels like it's overstepping anything or out of place. I do like samples, but I'm not like the biggest fan. Like I need every record to have some sort of fucking sample, but the sample you were talking about, it was really cool, and like it kind of created like it's only a couple of seconds long, but it created a little bit of moment before you got blasted by his guitar tone. So let's get down to them scores.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, if you had to rate this record, what would you rate it?
Well, let me think about this. Hold on. Hold on. I just need to chug some whiskey and think about this.
So that's what most Doom makes you want to do that. Like this, like YOB Doom, like you get to we don't have to listen to the whole track because it is a margarita. Oh, dude, show me your shirt. It's a great shirt.
So it's Lake Worth margarita. Drink 'em all.
I have a Grill 'em all shirt from Horseburner.
But honestly,
shout out
if I had to rate this record, given that it's a piece of sheet, I'd give it probably an 8.5 out of 10.
Oh my god, with the 0.5s. All right, I mean that's
listen, I don't want to give it an 80. It's definitely like it's right in between a B and an A.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I think I need to dive a little deeper into their discography, but for an intro record for this band, I was pretty stoked on it.
If you want to hear something different, dude, from them that I think you would
I don't.
like. Oh, you don't?
No.
I would say The Illusion of Motion is
No.
fucking amazing.
Oh, The Illusion of Motion is really good. So is
Catharsis.
I mean, I fucking love The Great Cessation.
Yeah.
That's just the band like at their heaviest. That first track is nuts.
See, all right. I'll give that a go tomorrow.
The Illusion of
cool.
Motion I would listen to next, personally.
No.
I'll send you the record. I'll send you the record to check out.
Send him the
Anyway, and then and then listen to you should listen to Jay. He's a nice guy and he's got good taste in music.
Yeah, I know.
That's my friend. Everybody be nice to Jay.
So he's coming with a
you know,
strong
like the thing
8.5.
is like, you know, I can't trust anybody who can't play to a click.
Oh my fucking god! All right, we're not having
And
this
is
conversation.
afraid of big birds.
Birds are scary.
Jay, is that a vulture behind you?
Oh no!
All right, sorry. So go on, Emilio, you're up.
Yeah, 8.5. What are you giving them, Emilio?
It's probably like a 9 out of 10. Like, you know, the
You son of a bitch.
I think the hardest part about a YOB record, man, is just how fucking long they are. Like, and I know, like, I'm a fan of Doom music, and it's a Doom record, so, like, I think the songs being long is a very strong part of their music, but I think, like,
Rhyme.
at the same time... What?
Nice rhyme. The songs being long are
Did I
very
rhyme?
strong.
Oh, the songs
baby,
being long
you
are very
rhyme.
strong. That's like, what? Stay out of my way. Listen to what I say.
Oh god.
Have some hay down by the bay. Shoot 'em or Gavin.
Shoot 'em again.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I think it's like a 9 out of 10, man. Like, the songs
Ah.
are long, and like sometimes, like, you know, by the time you get to the third track, like, you kind of want to listen to the last track because Marrow is so fucking good.
Marrow is incredible.
Marrow's great. It's probably the best. It's hard to say because I think In Our Blood is my favorite, but Marrow's a very strong contender. So yeah, 9 out of 10. I just you know, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to listen to the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now to the important score. Yeah. So
Fuck you.
I just want to say real quick, a little fun fact about YOB is they broke up in 2006. And
Oh, you're right. They did break up.
yeah, he joined another project called Midian, and then they reformed in 2008, and now they are stronger than ever. Apparently, this is the guitar player. So yeah, that's just a little fun fact is like they actually he killed the project. Like he said, we're done. And then he brought it back and created some heavy ass fucking music. But unfortunately, I have the same score as Emilio, 9 out of 10. I love this record.
Copycat.
Yeah, it's fucking every time. I think maybe I should next record I'm gonna score it first, but the score is gonna be really.
Well, you're
cliche.
both gonna.
We're gonna have the
Yeah,
same
the
score.
next
We're gonna
record
give
we're
our
talking
record the
about, we're
same
gonna have the
score.
same score.
Yeah.
So
My favorite track is In Our Blood. A close second is Marrow. The thing about Marrow, though, is it's almost 20 minutes. And just like I said, like most YOB songs are going to be around the 15-minute mark. If you don't like that, then you probably aren't that into Doom, as much as you think, at least. Even though Primitive Man did drop a record that was 35 fucking minutes. And pissed off some people, and some people loved it. I loved it. But yeah, this is a great record. Oof. I can't believe you made it this far in the video. Thanks for watching. Listen to YOB. They're fucking incredible. Riff masters for sure. Anywho, please subscribe. Hit that sub-notification bell to stay current with Church of Riffs content. Follow us on the Twitter, the Facebook, you know, and then to catch it all live, we be on the Twitch, Church of Riffs. You know how it is. Leave a comment about your favorite YOB riff. I want to know. And it really helps out. Like the video. Thank you.